Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In our previous video, we explored the basic structure of the present continuous tense and even learned how to frame questions using it. Today, we'll take things a step further. We are going to discuss some common signal words and time expressions used with the present continuous tense. Are you ready? Let's get started. The first one is spelling with the verb plus ing. So when to add ing to the verb? When a verb ends in e, you need to drop the e at the end and you can add ing. Say for example the words like take, like, write, bike. All these words ends with e. So you need to drop the e at the end and you can add ing. There are so many spelling rules in English and you can see few of them here. And when you encounter any one syllable word, if it ends in vowel plus consonant, you need to double the final consonant and add ing. So this one we call it as doubling the consonant. Whenever you find any one syllable word, if it ends with vowel plus consonant, double the consonant and add ing. Say for example the words hit, sit, get, plan, run. All these one syllable word ends with vowel and consonant. Remember vowel plus consonant, double the final consonant and add ing. So you are doubling the consonant at the end and adding ing. Hitting, sitting, getting, planning, running. And also when a verb ends in vowel plus consonant with stress on the final syllable, you need to double the consonant and add ing. The words, for example, begin, it's beginning. You are doubling the consonant at the end and adding ing. Forget, forgetting by adding ing at the end and also doubling the consonant. T, regretting, again the same, admitting, upsetting. Got it? And when the verbs ends in ie, change this ie to y and add ing. Example, the words are die, tie, and lie. The words die, die, tie, lie. So you have to change the verbs which are ending in ie to y and you can add ing. If you see here for dying, we are not saying as D-I-E-I-N-G. No, that IE changed to Y and you're adding ing at the end. The same applies for tying and lying. And let's practice. We are work dash right now. So just see if you can change these into continuous form with the correct spelling. Okay, you can pause the video and take your notebook and pen, start writing, do it by yourself. Anyway, I will also just read it for you and we'll see the correct answers in the next slide. They are take dash English classes. She has planned dash a party for the weekend. We are die dash to see your new house. So remember, you need to change these into continuous form with the correct spelling. How did you do it? We are working right now. If you have seen here, are working. They are taking English classes. Taking. She is planning a party for the weekend, doubling the consonant, planning. We are dying to see your new house, dying. So that D-I-E, we have dropped the I-E and that has been changed to Y and we are adding I-N-G. We are dying to see your new house. And let's see some of the signal words for the present continuous tense. Signal words are like little clues that helps us identify when to use the present continuous tense. These words or expressions often emphasize the ongoing nature of an action. So here are some common examples. Right now, today, this week, now, this year, and let's see how they fit into the sentences. I'm feeling so tired right now. This shows an ongoing state of tiredness at the moment of speaking. She is planning a beautiful dinner for tonight. Here we see a current ongoing action of planning. They are studying English a lot this week. So, this highlights a repeated or extended action happening over a specific period. Remember, these expressions give context and emphasize that the action is temporary or happening around the present moment. Now, it's time for you to practice. Pause the video, take your pen and paper, and you can read the questions or you can write it in your notebook too. Try to find out the right answer. You have to read the sentence and identify the signal words. We are arriving later this evening, which is the signal word here. She is studying so much right now. They are starting swimming lessons next week. Today it is sunny, so she is biking to work. It's very simple. You can find it within a minute, right? Let's see the answers. How did you do that? We are arriving later this evening. So, this evening, that's the key word. That's the signal word for that sentence. She's studying so much right now. Right now. That's the signal word. They are starting swimming lessons this week. This week is the key word or the signal word for this sentence. Today it is sunny, so she is biking to work. Today, again, that's the signal word. Let's see stative verbs. What do you mean by stative verbs? Here's something important to note. While the present continuous is widely used for ongoing actions, it is not typically used with stative verbs. So, what do you mean by stative verbs? Stative verbs express the states of being, not actions. So, they include verbs of thinking and feeling like believe, like, love, prefer, understand, want, wish. And they also represent the senses when it comes to smell, feel, sound, taste, look, seem, all these verbs. And other verbs also, like when it comes to agree, need, own, possess, be. So these are other stative verbs. Let's see some examples of stative verbs. I think you look beautiful. It's not like I'm thinking you look beautiful. We always say, I think you look beautiful. We don't say it as I'm thinking you look beautiful. I love you. It's not like I'm loving you. This flower smells beautiful. And we don't say it as like this flower is smelling beautiful. I own that car. And it's not like I am owning that car. This soup tastes so good. It's not like this soup is tasting so good, right? You can see the examples of stative verbs, isn't it? And also remember, some verbs can act as both stative and action verbs depending on their usage. This is where things can get a little tricky, but I've got an easy trick to simplify it. So the key question is the verb communicating a process or a state? If it relates to a process, it's an action verb. You can use the continuous form. If it relates to a state, it's a stative verb and doesn't use the continuous form. Examples, the verb think. I think you are an amazing singer. Here, think expresses an opinion or state of mind. And when it comes to she's thinking about learning Spanish. So here in this sentence, when I say she is thinking about learning Spanish, thinking refers to the process of considering something, right? And when we are using the verb smell, she smells so good. This is stative. This describes a state or quality. When it comes to active, they are smelling the flowers in the garden. So here, the smelling verb refers to the action of using their sense of smell. So the practical tip to identify verbs is whenever you are unsure whether to use the present continuous with a verb, ask yourself, does it describe a process, an action happening over time? If yes, then use the present continuous tense. Does it describe a state or a fact? If yes, stick to the simple present tense. And the final reminder is language is dynamic. While these rules are a great guide, always pay attention to the context in which a verb is used. Okay? And that's a wrap for today's video. We have covered signal words, time expressions, stative verbs, and even learned how to tell the difference between stative and action verbs. Keep practicing with these examples to solidify your understanding of the present continuous tense. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, leave your questions in the comment below. I'll be sure to answer them in the upcoming videos. See you next time. Happy learning.